Hello and welcome to Launerin's Gamer Score and welcome to another Dauntless Friday. This week we're going to be taking a look at the Terra behemoths, so they're the earth-based ones. To be honest, I've never quite understood the elemental weaknesses of the earth-based ones because they're weak against the shock weapons. One would think that they'd actually be stronger against them, but never mind. So we're going to jump into that, having a look at the three different types, and we're going to talk about a little bit more about what weapons to use and their elemental weaknesses. So let's jump right in. Okay, so the Terra behemoths have three different types. There is the Skarn, the Kharabak and the Koshai. For the Skarn, I'm going to do the Rockfall Skarn just to make it a little bit more of a challenge and give me a little bit more time to actually talk, because if I just go for the normal Skarn it will be over very quickly, considering it's only a threat level of 3. So we'll jump into the Rockfall Skarn and go from there. For the Rockfall Skarn, I have got the stone-based armour on, the Terran-based armour. So the stone armour, that's actually the stuff that is made out of the Skarn, so that'll count towards my mastery level. And obviously I've got a big scary thunder hammer on as well. So as for other behemoths, you have this screen at the start with hints and tips on how to kill it, showing its elemental weaknesses, like I mentioned in the introduction, are shock type weapons, and I've got my Terra armour on to counter that as well. As per, you've got your break parts guide, so let's let the team know that I am ready and we will jump right in. Alright then, so as with the other elemental ones as well, it kind of randomizes the map. Oh, we appear to have lost one of our team members. So as with the shock type behemoths, the Terra ones can appear on pretty much any map. I've fought them in sand and in snow. So with the Rockfall, unless you've got incredibly keen eyesight, it's quite difficult to spot where it is from afar. And you'll see why shortly if I am the first person to get to it. I'm assuming it is over in this gap over here. Yep. So as you can see, there's the vent to heal, and next to it is a Rockfall Skarn hiding in the ground. And there he is. So let's just start breaking into you. So I've got a few things kind of equipped with this armour that I've got on. Basically, if I break behemoth parts, then I regain health, and I've also got the 9 lives on as well, which means that there is a chance for the damage to be halved, and because the ranks that I've got in it are so high, it also gives me an extra life the first time that I die as well. So you might have noticed that I got knocked down when the Skarn was spinning around wildly. He is actually incredibly weak when in that state. So if you hit him with a heavy attack while he's spinning, you will stagger him, and you'll be able to get a few hits off. And then the other time that it's good to go up against him, if you're looking to stagger, is when he rears up onto his hind legs. That's the point where you need to strike with a heavy attack as well. When he rears up and stays up, I should say. Not like he did just pop a little bit of health down. Okay, come on, let's just start. There we go. Oh, missed the bit then. There we go. Starting to break through his armour a little bit there. There we go, there's the 9 lives kicking in. Just give me half damage. And again. So when he becomes enraged, like he is now, he's not so much of a threat, so to speak. He just kind of curls up in a ball and will kick his legs out if you get near him, and then occasionally does things like that as well. But you can always tell when he's about to, because the area that's about to kick out will start to vibrate a little bit. There we go, there's the leg gets kicked out. So just, no, that's that one coming out. There we go. That's him coming out of his enraged state. Come on. Pop the little health shield on. Yeah, so he's susceptible to stunning, so if we just get him, there we go, knock him back, come on, I think he's going to try and run away. Yep, there he goes. Alright, so he'll come out over here somewhere, I think. There he is. So sometimes when he goes down, he is hiding again when you come across him again. But if you manage to get to him quite quickly, you'll find him still walking around. But there we go, he's come back out. He's come back out to play. So let's just start knocking. There we go, managed to get him with my shot. Interrupted his spinning. Come on. Shouldn't take too much longer now to get rid of him. If anything, I think he's just going to start breaking his armour a lot. Come on. So I've shocked him with my weapon. Somebody's not. Come on. There we go, starting to really break through those scales. Yes, there's a part knocked off there. Okay. Come on. There we go. That's him done. There we go. Just planting my mark. Took a little bit of time, that one. Probably would have done it quicker if we wouldn't have had somebody leave us pretty much straight away. But, you know, it's added to my parts that I've got. So let's now move on to the Kharabak. Alright, so on to the Kharabak. This is kind of a fast and flying type behemoth. Obviously, you've got various different hints on how to deal with it. One thing that I will say is that it does tend to wound you a lot. As you can see, I have switched out to have the Kharabak part armour on. I have adjusted the colours slightly on this one, as with most of my armour, just to make it a little bit more unique. Still using the big thunder hammer though, I'm still going to stick with that. And we've got the brake parts guide there as well. So I've let them know that I am ready, but it looks like it's only going to be the three of us. It looks like we're having trouble finding a fourth. Either that or somebody came and left. But either way, I think we should be able to manage the Kharabak with just the three of us, especially since it's only a threat level 6 as well. So my companions are using, as far as I can tell, it appears Cute Profi, or whatever the name is I think their chain blades on their back, and Viceman is using the repeaters, which is actually my favoured weapon, but I'm really starting to grow towards liking the hammers at the moment. Yeah, so we've got the repeaters and we've got some chain blades, so it looks like it's my job to just knock it down a peg or two so that they can get some hits on it. There we go, it's been spotted straight away. Let's see if we can bring it down before it runs off. There we go, it's having a little bit of a groove. No. One thing with the Kharabak though is, although it is very fast and flies around a lot, it does have these little moments where it just seems to stay still for a really long time. There we go. So you got to look out for those kind of blades that it throws, because they will wound you, and then if you use up all of your stamina, then you will end up gets you staggered. Wounding yourself and taking damage just because of that. Come on. So another big problem with the Kharabak is when it becomes enraged, like it has at the moment, it does turn, I'm going to say invisible, because it's, for lack of a better term, you can still kind of see it, and if you do manage to stagger it, then it does lose its invisibility. So let's just see if we can really get some damage done to it now. Bring it down, knock it down a peg or two. And there we go. Okay, and there we go, that's brought it down again. It is very easy to stagger this one, and therefore if you've got a hammer, or if you've got two like I had on one not so long ago, and it just didn't stand a chance, it wasn't able to move, and it was just constantly being knocked down, and we were just able to really quickly dispatch it. There we go, read it, there we go, and there it goes. Plant my banner, and we are done. So one of the things that you really need to look out for on that one is the wings. If you can break the wings down, then you really do stand a good chance of it being staggered. And now we're going to move on to the Koshai. So this is a slightly more difficult behemoth. So much so that I've had to switch back to my Skarn armour, because the Koshai armour that I have is just not very good at the moment. I haven't had a chance to power it up. So as per usual, you have the hints on how to defeat it. So this one does kind of an area of effects thing where you can't dodge and you have to destroy vines and things like that. So you'll see that during this fight. Again, we've got the different parts that you need to aim for to break things, to get your parts even. So we'll ready up, and let's see what we're working with. We've got what looks like 2 axes and some repeaters as well, and my hammer. Quick and easy way to tell if you can't always spot it straight away is that the axe tilts to the left, whereas the hammer tilts to the right, if you can't quite tell which is which when you're looking at other people on this screen. Everything else is fairly self-explanatory what it is, and you can see it quite clearly. So we're just waiting for this last, there we go, they've readied up. Now the Koshai is usually on one of these forested maps. It can appear on either the kind of basic one or this one as well. But this one does go across several different layers. The best way to usually find it I've found that a lot of the time it does spawn up here first time. So if we just go and take these jets up here, sometimes it does spawn in this little area here. So we'll go a little bit further. We'll go up here, see if it's up here. Well, the music's died down, and there it is. It's up here. Yeah, so... there we go. So it's wounded me, and... come on. Barely even landed one hit. There we go. That's hit it. Come on. That's one of the main problems with using the hammer. Once you've kind of got the flurry on the go, it does kind of take a while for you to come back and be able to do anything, because it's so slow. You can't like break out of the middle of it. So there we go, he's spawned his thorns. So as much as I press the dodge button, it just doesn't want to work. So now he'll jump up out of the ground, and it'll be entirely possible to stun him like that. Somebody else got there before me. There we go. This is now the enraged form. So he's created this kind of whirlwind. Come on. Come on. Just break through this. So yeah, he does have a couple of kind of weak moments where it is where you're able to stagger him and interrupt him. So when he does a kind of jump like that, if you hit him at the right time, then you'll interrupt him like that. So thank you very much. That was a wonderfully timed example. And then he sometimes kind of climbs up onto a branch as well. It's at that point that he's has a little moment of weakness as well. Better heal up just a touch. And there we go, I think that's him down already. I think that was faster than the Kharabak, that one was. There we go. Yep, just 4.5 minutes for that one. Not too bad. And we managed to get some etherhedrons, or however you'd pronounce that. Kind of like the steps towards leveling up. Alright, so that's all for this week's Dauntless Friday. I hope I've given some kind of hints and tips on how to defeat the Terra behemoths. Next week we're going to be moving on to a slightly more obscure types, so I'm going to merge those together. It might be a little bit shorter, but I might fill it out with maybe a patrol or two. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video or found it useful, please do like, share and subscribe, because it lets me know that you want to see more. So I will see you next time. Bye bye.